So today we're going to tackle something huge. We're distilling timeless wisdom into a really practical blueprint for a meaningful life, right here, right now. We're drawing from a whole collection of life proverbs. Okay, let's get into it.
You know, it's a question we all ask ourselves at some point, right? And the answer? It's not some big dramatic secret. It's actually found in the small, consistent choices we make every single day. So that's what our journey is about today, finding those simple but really profound answers.
Man, this quote, it just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? Life is really just a series of encounters. Some people stick around, some are just passing through. And you can't control that. But what you can control, what you have total power over, is how you appreciate this very moment, the here and now. So the real starting point for everything, it's just being present.
So where do we start? Our journey has to begin where all real growth does, on the inside. Before we can even think about connecting with the world out there, we've got to build a strong foundation right here, within ourselves. This totally reframes how we think about self-care, It's not a selfish thing at all. In fact, it's the most essential first step. If you want to genuinely offer respect and love to other people, you absolutely have to start by being good to yourself first. Think about it. Our mindset, it's like the filter on a camera lens. It colors everything we see. It's the lens through which we view our entire reality. So it's not really about what happens to us, but all about how we choose to see it. And that one choice, that single shift, can literally transform suffering into strength and chaos into peace. It's that powerful. So, a healthy mindset, it's all about balance, right? It's this kind of duality. You need that head-up courage to go after your goals, to look at the sky. But you also need that head-down humility to stay grounded, to look at the road you're walking on. It's about being ambitious and compassionate, tough and wise. You really need both.
Okay, so we've done some work looking inward. Now, let's see how that solid foundation actually helps us connect with the world around us. Because once our inner world is in order, that's when we can really start to master the art of being with other people.
And we all know this in our gut, don't we? A real connection, a true friendship, it's not about the words. It's about what people do. It's that silent support, that person who's just there for you no matter what. That's what defines a true friend. It's a bond you feel deep down, not just something you say out loud. All right, so let's dig into a more complicated side of this with a quick story. It's a parable. Picture this. A Zen master is by a river and he sees a scorpion drowning. Without even thinking, he reaches out to save it, and bam, he gets stung.
So just a few moments later, the scorpion falls back into the water. And what does the master do? He saves it again. And, you guessed it, he gets stung again. A fisherman watching nearby is just completely confused. He asks, "Why do you keep saving it? Stinging is just its nature." And the master's reply is so simple but so profound. He says, "Compassion is my nature."
And right there, that's where the deeper lesson clicks into place. The master's compassion is absolutely right, but it needs a method. See, true compassion isn't just about helping others, it's also about being compassionate to yourself. You have to find a way to protect yourself so you can actually continue to be a force for good in the world. Which, leads us perfectly into our next section, how to handle all the inevitable storms and challenges that life is going to throw at you.
Let's talk about failure. It's going to happen, right? It's unavoidable. But how we see it, that's totally up to us. We can choose to see it in a completely different light, not as some final verdict on who we are, but more like a diagnostic tool. It's like a mirror that shows us exactly where we have the chance to get stronger, to be more courageous. So, when you hit a roadblock, you've got a choice to make. Are you going to be a finder of excuses, or are you going to be a seeker of solutions? Because where you put your focus, that's what determines your outcome. I mean, if you look for reasons why you can't do something, trust me, you'll find them. But if you look for ways you can, well, that's when you'll always find a path forward. If you're too rigid, you're just going to break. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the absolute strongest thing you can do is just adapt, be flexible. Turning around when a road is blocked isn't giving up, it's just smart navigation. And letting go of something that's hurting you, that's not weakness, that is pure wisdom. All right, here we are, the final section. We've worked on ourselves, we've learned how to connect with others, we've figured out how to face down the storms. So, what does all of this lead to? What's the payoff? It's finding true fulfillment. And this idea, it's so powerful because it kind of goes against everything we're told today. We're constantly bombarded with the message that fulfillment is about getting more. More stuff, more followers, more status. But this ancient wisdom, it suggests the total opposite. That true happiness, true wealth, is found in needing less. It's about finding real joy in simplicity.
Okay, so how do we actually do that? Well, here's a pretty practical roadmap. Number 1, keep an open mind. 2, be ready to adapt when things change. 3, get creative and look at life from new angles. 4, pull together your knowledge and your resources. And 5, maybe the most important, just work steadfastly. Take one small step at a time. This isn't a recipe for some sudden burst of happiness. It's a formula for a sustainable, genuinely happy life.
And if we boil it all down, here are the core pillars. Real richness in life, it comes from kindness, from gratitude, and from your health. Your character, that's your highest qualification, worth more than any degree. And maybe the biggest one, your focus has to be on the only moment you can actually control, the only moment that's real, right now. And that really brings our whole journey full circle, doesn't it? Confused people get stuck in yesterday. Hopeful people are always dreaming about tomorrow, but the wise live in today. The past is for learning from, the future is for planning for, but your life, your actual real life, is lived right now. The ultimate goal is to just fully be in the present moment.
So, we'll leave you with this final question. We've just walked through the blueprint. Now the real question is, what are you going to build with it?